Who hasn't heard of the Gaza Strip? But what do we really know about this strange piece of land in the southwest of Israel, one of the most densely populated places on earth, out of which the horrendous massacre on October 7th came from? Not only non-Israelis get confused, but also the local Israelis themselves don't know all its history, and since October 7th, many questions regarding the Strip have arose. All Israel News went to a lecture precisely about this. 2 hours all about the Gaza Strip delivered by Professor Gideon Biger, a retired Tel Aviv University professor of geography.
Do you have any solutions in your mind, in your opinion, to to the Gaza Strip today?
Well, I know
because it's obviously
today,
a sore point.
You see, we can't solve, as I can see it, the Gaza Strip on its own. Partly because they don't want it. And you can't press people, take this area, make it your own country. You can't do it if they don't want to.
You mean the Palestinians?
The Palestinians. They want to have country which will include the West Bank as a Palestinian state. This is what I say, people don't like that. The people of Hamas fought to have Hebron and Nablus and Ramallah in their state. And this has to be a solution, as it's called the two-state solution. Not two states for two people, because this verse is not true. Because what they want is one Arab state and one state that 20% of it would be Arabs in Israel, because now 20% of the Israeli citizens are Arab. So it's one country for the Arab
and
another country
for
both.
Yeah.
So I say two-state solution.
As a historian, you know a lot of facts and you see the scene, you see the past. What do you think of the unseen? Is there any unseen factors that have to do with this conflict?
Well,
I'm speaking about the spirit, the religion, or something.
Well, you see, we had to do two things. First, we had to deal with the military aspect of the Hamas. This we had to crush. I think that some international gathering of some Arab states, rich Arab states, even United States and others, should help them to establish their internal autonomy, because they don't want to have, as I tell you before, they don't want to have states which is only Gaza Strip. So, rebuild it.
They want the West Bank
Gaza
as well,
area. No, deal with Gaza and let them have it autonomy. Try, as I say, try it for 3-4 years to see if they can manage to build normal civilian autonomy there. I don't care how. It could be dictatorship, or it could be Republican, it could be whatever they like. But they will rule it, and if they will show that this is all right, then we can continue to deal with the West Bank. And we have to say it before. You see, it's not only there. We do it as experiment, as part of the or the whole discussion between Israel and the Palestinians. Because in the end, as I can see it, we have to have here two states, because Israeli and the Arab cannot live. I know that there are a lot of things of people say now, okay, let's annex all this area and have one state with the Arab, with the Jews. It will never go. And by this, Israel will lose its uniqueness as a Jewish state, because it's a Jewish state. This is the only reason that Israel exists, that the symbol and the act and the activity would be Jewish. Doesn't matter how. Some say like this, some say like this. But with half of the people will be Arab, half of the people will be Jews, because this is partly the number. It can't be. So it has to be two-state, but it has to be gradually.
I'm wondering about the spirit of things. What is your opinion about the spirit? Because we can eliminate Hamas, maybe, but can you eliminate the hate?
I think that we use the religious and they use the religious. Because you know there are people in Israel who still dream about the promised land. Mm-hmm. Still dream about, somebody say, that now the slogan, the Palestinian slogan is from the river to the sea. We had the same. We want this area. A lot of people, you know that now even people say, okay, let's go back to Gaza after we evacuate Gaza. We have settlement there. So some people who were evacuated, even some of them, say, okay, now we can go there because this is ours. Mm-hmm. So we want the whole area. They want the whole area. This is it. We had to find a solution that both sides will not have all what they want, but they have to have something to...
So you're saying cut in the middle.
Give something, something. This is what the United Nations did. This is what the British did in the 37 by Peel. This is what they want, the world want for us. So I don't know. I am for this. Partly, you see, I fought in 4 wars. 67, then 73, then 82, and even when the Iraqis sent rocket in the first Gulf War, I was involved in the army. Now my grandson fought in Gaza, and he was hurt a little bit, and his leg were broken, now he's at home. I don't want that his children will continue the war. I don't want it.
We learned how this strip of land was formed going back to 1906 and how the British and Egyptians were a major part of establishing its boundaries. And what is the true definition of a Palestinian? This lecture is one of the many educational initiatives taking place around Israel, mainly for the evacuees from the south who live around the strip, but really for any curious Israeli, because the Gaza Strip influences all of us who are living in Israel.
Salo, what did you think of this lecture?
I think these lectures are very, very interesting and very important for us to understand in a very more deeply way the situation of our neighbors and the situation of our future. And this make you to understand more and to go more deeply to the books and to understand more. And it's very important.
Very, very good.
Did you learn anything new?
Not so much, but I'm Palestinian.
Can you explain to us why you're calling yourself Palestinian now?
Because I was born before 48.
And everyone that was in this land was called Palestinian.
Of course.
Yeah.
For me, it was very interesting. I'm from the younger generation, so many things I didn't know. I was writing in my phone to remember everything. But interesting to learn about Gaza more. Now when everything happened, we want to learn more about Gaza and know about it much more. So it was very interesting for us.
Yeah, same. You really know about like where you live in, your history, what it means to be an Israeli. It's also about your past, your future also. Yes, it's really important.
This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News, Jerusalem, Israel.